Hey guys, what is up? I am going to show you the best strategy to kill Crota, and I want to get something out of the way right now. Okay, so there's been lots of speculation lately about apparently you can get multiple stuff from Crota once per day, depending on the reset. I'm going to tell you right now, that is absolutely false. I already beat Crota the day before today, but I'm going in again just to test this rumor, and I figured to make a video. Now in this beginning part, when the acolyte shot at me, I threw my trip mine grenade, and that's what killed me. Yeah, but if you don't pick up the Chalice of Light, the soul spawn doesn't spawn yet, so you don't have to worry about destroying that. So you don't have to worry about everybody wiping. So we're good. That doesn't start until you pick up the Chalice of Life. Now, the best way to do this, left or right, there's not really any preference. We like to go left. That's just the way we do things. Now, you always want to have one dude. See how the Warlock is down there in the corner gathering orbs? You'll see that is for when we kill the Sword Bearer, which you want to do as fast as possible right off the bat, because Crota's in the middle, so he doesn't run away. So you can get in 2 hits. But the Sword Bearer is going to pick up those orbs and use them as a special. Right now we're taking down his shield, and when he's good and ready, we have the Sword Bearer go up and melee him as fast as possible. Now, the #1 thing about holding the sword is you don't want to get greedy with it. Now, I found that I used to be able to, if I'm invisible as a blade dancer, and I'm right next to him when he kneels, I can right trigger him 3 times, and that does a lot of damage to him, but that's if I'm right next to him. Any other time, I'll right bumper, right trigger him, or just right bumper, special him. If you right bumper, special him, you always do lots of damage. It's a good strategy to use, especially if the orbs are there and you have the special right off the bat, because you might have enough time to regenerate the special, so you can 2 special him in 1 sword run. That would be the absolute best damage. Now, you always want somebody on night duty. Knights are in the top left corner, top right corner, depending on what you're doing that. But as long as you have one specific person dedicated to watching those knights, that's the best way you're going to get through to you. So right now, we already hit him twice, and Crota's back over to the right side. So right now, we're just basically waiting. We're awakening the Sword Bearer. Try to keep him weakened, but don't kill him until Crota just goes back in the middle, like he just did. So now we want to kill him, of course. I needed ammo at this point, so that's why I'm venturing off and almost getting myself killed. My ammo trip was unsuccessful, but still. Alright, now we got the sword back. Crota's back here. We're going to do the same thing, weaken him, and then look at that. He's right next to him. Look at the damage. Look at that. That was a good chunk of his health. I mean, that was around a 5th or 6th of his health right there. That's pretty cool. Now, the coolest thing about this strategy is that you can kill him in 4 swords. Literally. 4 swords. That's pretty fast. I mean, there's not a lot of 32s yet. I haven't personally seen one, but once there is, I'm sure that's still gonna be like some good 80, like DPS. It's all about damage per second, because remember, Crota's health will regenerate so fast. Like, it's honestly like one of those things that you just don't want to fuck with. Now, once you, of course, use the 2 swords, go back down to the middle, and you're gonna have the 2 ogres spawn. See, we actually glitched out here. You'll notice we have 2 chalices of light. Now, I could not tell you why this happened. I cannot tell you when we realized this, but it just happened. And I mean, I'm not complaining about it, but still, it was just a 1 in a million. I'm sure it's a glitch. I'm sure multiples have had it. Now, when you go out to this door, Crota's probably going to be on the top left. So what we do is we wait until he goes back to the middle and we see him, so we can go back there. Another way for this is if you go around the right and then go all the way through the building where you spawn, but there's a lot of crawl, and that's very risky to do, so I don't necessarily recommend that way. I recommend you do this, and if you have a Warlock who has Voidwalker, That's the best way to go about it. So we're just gonna do that, and then look at Crota. Yeah, one of our guys died, so we had to use kill with something. But still doing it. We're doing fine. Everything's working for us. We're just gonna keep shooting. We're gonna keep shooting him as fast as possible, just so we can get this sword in. Now you gotta be fast with it, because once Crota starts moving, like we knew specifically going into this, we were only gonna be able to get one hit on him because we waited so long to kill the sword bearer. That's one of the most crucial things in this entire system, guys. You gotta kill that sword bearer as fast as possible when Crota gets to the middle. See, now he looks back, now he goes back to the right. Still waiting, and then my friend Resolve just dropped the sword because we're not even gonna try to go for it on the right side. We're just gonna play it safe. Number one thing about this, don't get greedy. If you get greedy, that's how people get killed, that's how the sword bearer dies, and that's how things get unelected. But we killed him in around, I'd say around about 10 minutes, and yeah, I'm pretty, there's no destined time really for when he gets enraged, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere between the time it would take if you're doing it appropriately, around 6 swords. You'll notice before we get to the end of the video, the enrage pops up, but we keep checking on his health. Always make sure about the knights. I was just trying to help with everything, and a really crucial thing is to have someone gaining orbs back there in that corner. I'm telling you, that's the best thing. You always want somebody to have orbs back there so you can have as many specials as possible. You can jump up onto the rock with the guy with the sword, of course. And best way to do it, you want level 31s because 30s just don't do enough damage. Always Blade Dancer. 1 for invisibility, 2 Hunter because of agility. That's the best way. Look at his damage. Look how far he's down. Now we could have tried to end it here, but we weren't gonna get greedy with it. So you'll notice Crota has barely any health, but it's already been 2 swords. So now we have to go back down into the middle part where you spawn with the witches. So it's not that big of a deal, but still, you know, you'd rather just get it done right off the bat. Now that we got back here, everybody's kind of freaking out because we're afraid of enrage. Because again, I haven't personally killed him on enrage, but if he gets enraged, it's not fun for anybody, and it's one of the hardest things that you will ever have to do to kill Crota. From what I hear, I haven't even done it from personal experience. Actually, I've only killed Crota twice now, but yeah, I've seen a conglomeration of strategies, but I thought this was probably gonna be the best. This is the best one I've seen by far. If anybody knows of a better strategy, or you want to throw in some hints and tips, go ahead and throw that in. There's nothing like this way works best for me. Oh, and we had 331s and 330s, so I mean we weren't like, you know, the first people that were like 30s and 29s, because I mean I honestly can't imagine that, because there's honestly it's almost about skill as much as it is about having good weapons, you know, because if you don't have, like, if somebody doesn't have Gavelhorn, for instance, or the new rocket launcher, it just demolishes his shield, and Crota won't kneel until his shield goes down. But if you're not constantly shooting at him, his shield will like generate within seconds. It's crazy how fast it works, guys. Now you notice we're like freaking out. We're about to beat him. We're just trying to get this through real quick. Nothing big. We got the sword. Well, we got the sword bearer. Sorry, he's got the chalice. I forgot we had 2 chalices. Again, very lucky. They're just gathering orbs over there and kill you. If you want everybody to LMG rocket launcher the sword bearer right when he gets in the middle, and then everybody brings down his shield. Of course, I'm using the Murmur. I don't have an icebreaker, but you get him down, and then look at that. 1, 2, damn. We beat Crota. And this disproves the rumor right here. You'll notice, sadly, I didn't get anything, but everybody else did. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I'm happy just to gain the experience. fun playing. You know, I'm really liking this new raid a whole lot. If you have any questions, just go ahead and comment, send me a friend request. We can run the raid sometime, and I'll give you helps and tips. Thanks for watching, guys.